Hello and welcome to this week's Spotlight Power Traders Trade of the Week. This is TJ with Netpicks.com in the inner circle. Each week we will be highlighting a trade, a swing trade, either Forex or equities. And it's a trade that you could either follow along for educational purposes, you can trade it, you can do whatever you want. Please be aware that there is risks in trading. Never any guarantees that a trade will win, but this is a great way to get some exposure to the Spotlight Power Trader and to learn our style of trading in general. We currently have 3 active trades, and we'll be presenting you with a new trade in a moment. So let's just recap kind of where we're at. About a month ago, I called a trade for the US CAD back here. Right here at this arrow, okay, and it's since come up and it's hit the entry, which is the represented by these little plus signs here, and you can see the whole trade set up. All right, so our first objective was reached a week or so ago, and we were able to move our stop up and lock in some profit, and now our momentum indicator, the balance line, is beginning to trail higher, and so we can now move our stop to 1.2748. Okay, so that locks in a good amount of profit entering around here. Got profit locked into here, and our first target objective is, getting closer and closer. And as you know, a Spotlight, or perhaps you don't know, is that when we're in a long trade, all the bars are spot lit up in green. Okay, so these bars are green, we're definitely long, and this trade is developing nicely. Another trade that we're tracking is a short trade on the ETF USO, which is United States Oil. And it barely got through our entry about a week ago, and it's still kind of chopping up and down sideways as crude oil is pretty range bound right now. We have to pay attention to this setup here to go long, and we do have a stop and reversal that's been updated on this trade. We're going to adjust that entry up just a little bit. If the price comes up and hits $12.76, we're going to exit our puts and we'll sell them at a small loss. It'll cut the loss in half basically because the original stop is way up here. And then we'll be looking to get calls. So if this price comes up, we could stop and reverse and have to get into a call option. I would recommend the, let's see, we're going with the May or June 12 calls. Okay, so keep an eye on this. You can check at our Trading Tips blog for updates. This could cancel. If this comes down again and we get a couple closes below this orange line, we're certainly going to cancel that stop and reverse. We're still very much short, and we'll just have to keep an eye on this. The May 13 puts are what is currently, what the current trade is at the moment. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Okay, and then one final trade we're tracking. Last week's trade of the week was to get in sync with this long trade on on AT&T. We're trading Ma Bell. And it did trigger in. We had an adjusted entry. It popped through, you could see. So this trade is currently long and still developing. There's nothing more to do other than just hold our position. And that was long June 37 calls. And it's still not too late to get in on this. If this were to come back up right around these levels, you might even want to see it go beyond this spike here at 37.81. So if it gets above that, you can still get into this trade with June 37 calls. All right, so let's talk about this week's trade of the week. So I'm showing you here a chart of the Euro Aussie. It's a daily chart, and I've got the TradeStation automation on here just to kind of show you why I like this trade. You could see basically lots of winners. It just seems to like to win a lot. The gray, of course, means flat. Green means you're in a long trade. Red in a short trade. Lots of periods of time with no trades, and even a possible losing trade. In fact, this short trade here looks like, well, it should have been adjusted. The automation doesn't know how to do this, but we as traders do. So let me just show you what I mean. Instead of getting short right here at this little plus sign, you can see the support all along this 5,600 number. We adjust our entries a little bit below support. So even though the automation thinks it's short, us as traders know to make a small adjustment and make the price action break through the 50 moving average and get below these support levels. Okay, so that didn't happen. But anyway, we're going to do the same thing on the long trade here. This is the trade of the week is a long trade, and you can see the entry is at 59.83. But we're going to ask for a little more confirmation. We're going to add 20 pips to that entry and not get long unless the price gets up to 1.6003. Okay, so like this, with these small little adjustments, sometimes we're able to stay out of trades that we don't want to get triggered into. For example, this short trade, just small little adjustments. Okay, so the trade of the week is to get long at 1.6003. Okay, and if that trade is filled, then the stop would be at 5618, but we would adjust that down just like we would have adjusted that entry. So we're going to put the stop at 1.5597. Okay, 1.5597. Just a small adjustment to hide it below these swing levels here where there seems to be support and this major key level. All right, so a small adjustment on that. I'll make it yellow so we know that it goes with the yellow trade. All right, and our first objective is to get to what we call our money management level. It's that little tiny dot right here at 1.6145, we'll call it. And if it gets to that point, then we're going to be dramatically reducing risk. We're going to move our stop up either near our entry or slightly above our entry to cover some costs, okay? But we're going to basically get to close to a break-even position if the price comes up and hits this little dot, okay? And our target objectives are way up here. These are nice-sized trades, as you could see. Target 1 is 62.34. Target 2 is 63.83. Target 3 is 65.32. And target 4 is 6,800. And we ignore that fifth digit. And you can see the potential and profit here. 251 pips, 400 pips, 549 pips, 817 pips. And for all that, we're willing to risk 365 pips and a little more because of our adjusted entries and stops, the adjusted entry and stop. But you can see really nice risk-reward ratios. And what I really love about this trade is this. Here's a performance report based on 12 years from 2006 to 2018. And you can see a really nice profit factor. Long trades, it's just amazing. Big winning percentages, as you can see. And these average net profits per trade are based on mini lot sizes. So this is really nice. These are really nice numbers. And it's never lost more than 2 in a row. In fact, on long trades, it's never lost more than 1 in a row. And it keeps making new equity highs with very little drawdowns. Okay, so that's why I like this trade. And that is this week's trade of the week. As you can see with Spotlight Power Trader, everything is very clear. The whole trade is planned before we take the trade. Plan your trade, trade your plan, and it fits within the bigger context of a trade plan over the last 12 years with measurable results, which I just showed you. These are all the things that we look for to achieve our goals with Spotlight Power Trader. It's a very strict discipline that we will not take a trade if we haven't done enough pre-production work to determine that the odds are truly on our side. There is always a random distribution of wins and losses, and we can never control if a trade will win or lose, but what we can control is that we choose trade plans that grow our equity. Inside of those trade plans, some trades will lose, but a whole lot more trades will win, and that's all we need to be successful as traders. Never risk more than 2% of your capital on any given trade. So just to, emphasize that, it's very important to not over leverage, because even the winningest strategies will have some losses, as you know. So in this particular example, if you're risking somewhere in the 365 to 400 pip range, make sure you do the math and you put on proper size through the combination of micro lots, mini lots, full size lots. You can tune your position up with Forex, which is one of the best things about trading Forex, is that you can put on the proper risk. Over time, we grow our accounts, and as our accounts grow, so does our position size. And that's one of the secrets to ongoing success. All right, so I hope you enjoy this week's trade of the week and a little bit of a recap of our past trades and another look at the Spotlight Power Trader doing its thing. For more information, please visit our website, the Netpicks Trading Tips blog, which you will see the link posted in the comments section below. And if you like the trade of the week, give us a thumbs up. Let us know if this is something we should keep doing, because we want to see that you are all benefiting from this. And so you don't miss future videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Netpicks Trading. Thanks again for listening, everybody. This is TJ with Netpicks Inner Circle and the Spotlight Power Traders Spotlight Trade of the Week.